It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Ain't nobody out here making real music. Don't nobody wanna put their heart into it. Ain't nobody still speaking from the soul. Don't nobody wanna see the genre grow.
Step by the capping, niggas yapping on Twitter, that shit boring. Every time I know an artist presented, y'all don't support it, ignore it. I speak a language many would think is foreign. The world is facing a deficit, I ain't talking caloric. Division deeper than church and state. I keep it real, y'all gon' send me to the pearly gates. I'm here to reverse the stakes. Tell me how they made Charlie a messiah when there's niggas in my city that's daily facing the fire. Fuck the PC, peace to DC. Let us Chicago, we training like custom model to make a better tomorrow. These niggas don't wanna talk about it, so who we calling conscious? Show me his outline, I piss on the truck around it. Hate speech, probably never get another sync deal. Hate speech, people out in Palestine being killed. Hate speech, I got 50 names that I grew up with. Cold-blooded murder with witnesses, they ain't doing shit. Fuck them all, we gon' fucking ball. Nigga, fuck the law, new world order, what they talking, send them up to God. I got some money in my savings, we can make the bar. Them biggest reason for today, but they can't stay for long. Ain't nobody out here making real music. Live. Don't nobody wanna put their heart into it. Live. Ain't nobody still speaking from the soul. Live. Don't nobody wanna see the genre grow.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. If you enjoy that music video, that song is out on YouTube. The World is a Ghetto. We released that a few months ago. That is from the Family Over Fame album, which is available. If you go to the description of this video, scroll past the current promo, go to the Tune Goody link in the description. You can get your copy of the Family Over Fame album. You can get it as a digital copy where we send you the files. You can get the CD, you can get the cassette or the vinyl. It's up to you. You know what I mean? Now, let's get into this story. So, Jay-Z is currently facing a bit of backlash online from people who are dissatisfied, displeased with him placing a variant of the Reasonable Doubt vinyl in Target, okay? And I'm seeing a lot of discourse going on about, was this the right move? Is this being insensitive to the movement, of course, for the Target boycott? Is this the Jay-Z playbook of being like a covert agent to dissuade people from, being active in the community, from being vigilant about civil rights, human rights, particularly for Black people? Is he trying to get people off code from their Target boycott? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of this going on. And I've also seen a couple people that have sent it to me, I guess, to try to get my perspective of the situation. So here we are. Now, I'm going to pull up this article over here on Black Enterprise where they kind of lay it out, and I'll give my assessment in just a moment, all right? So it says, Jay-Z's partnership with Target sparks debate with Black consumers. Some online users are criticizing the hip-hop billionaire for partnering with Target for the release of the 30th anniversary edition of Reasonable Doubt. A new business partnership by hip-hop mogul Sean Jay-Z Carter has sparked outrage online. Complex reported that Target is releasing an exclusive anniversary edition of his 1996 debut album Reasonable Doubt, featuring commemorative packaging, a unique vinyl color variant, and previously unreleased versions of select tracks. While some fans welcomed the special 30th anniversary collector's release, others questioned Carter's decision to partner with the retail giant, which has faced lingering backlash and an ongoing boycott. Pastor Jamal Bryant and other Black social justice and religious leaders have called on the Black community to stop shopping at Target after the retailer rolled back several diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Now, I also saw Pastor Jamal Bryant try to come out and say that particular boycott was over. I also saw Pastor Jamal Bryant get his ass kicked in from people saying, nigga, you don't speak for us. Fuck out of here. So this is a mixed bag. All right. They said the popular Instagram platform Essence of Black Culture accused Carter of allowing his brand to be manipulated in a way that undermines efforts to hold corporations accountable. With the success the Black community had boycotting them, he made himself available to be used to directly smack the community in the face, the blog said. So I guess this is where they get this from. Essence of Black Culture, they have 1.4 million followers. Who knows if they're all real? But they say here, I didn't want to make this post because a lot of the community slobber on meat. Jesus, this is where we're getting journalistic references from when it comes to celebrities. But there's no reason Jay-Z should be exclusively partnering with Target to release his album. It can only be purchased through them. Number one, that's not even true. Nigga been selling Reasonable Doubt variants for months. Niggas that bought those fucking Reasonable Doubt variants actually got free tickets to his goddamn show in New York. But we'll continue with, willful suspension of disbelief, I guess. With the success the Black community had boycotting them, he made himself available to be used directly to smack the community in the face in a yeah, and y'all ain't gonna do shit about it either, like y'all never do. This is the same person y'all defended when people were planning the biggest NFL boycott because of what they did to Kaepernick, and he partnered with them, and y'all said, just watch, Jay-Z is smart. He's going to work from the inside to get Cap back. And all he did was work to get diverse halftime performers and his money up. Is there more? It looks like there's a scroll button here. What else y'all got to say? All right. I hate when people say, why are y'all only boycotting agreed upon company? Why aren't you boycotting Meta, all phones, all stores? Because that's how boycotting works. Boycotting works by strategically choosing 1 to 2 feasible companies and hyper-focusing on it to get policy change, then moving to the next. No time in history did we boycott 5 to 20 things at once. During the Montgomery boycott, y'all would have been asking why y'all still watching the white man's TV brand. I don't care. It's unintelligent logic. Okay? Let's continue. The blog also pointed to Carter's controversial decision to partner with the NFL back in 2019, while activists were calling for a boycott over the league's firing of former quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who took a knee on the field in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Likewise, cultural commentator and digital creator Imani B accused the rap mogul of hurting the Black community's effort to stand up against organizations that act against their collective interests. Okay? Now keep in mind, this version of Reasonable Doubt with Jay-Z's face on it, with this low cut, this is not the original pressing of Reasonable Doubt. This is not the original album cover of Reasonable Doubt. This is a newly announced version with this particular photo on it. It is not the only version available. So I think people have this idea that because it says Target exclusive, it means that you can't buy Reasonable Doubt on vinyl anywhere else but Target. However, Target exclusive means that this version of the album is available in Target exclusively. That's two different things. Some people are going to claim I'm trying to pull semantics. Have fun with that. But Reasonable Doubt has been available for years prior to Jay-Z focusing new energy around the album. I don't expect this to sell, hundreds of thousands of copies off of Target shelves. But the fact of the matter is that it's going to be in the store nonetheless. So here's what Imani B had to say.
Has Jay-Z paid folks rent and helped them figure out how to get these high-ass groceries and gas? And I missed the memo somewhere? Because I am always confused that whenever this man is in a headline for something seemingly controversial, folks throw on a cape like if they jumped off the bridge, Jay-Z would be at the bottom to catch him. The reality is, Jay-Z did a partnership with Target, while black folks have been saying, hey, we're not going to shop at Target. That is a problem when black people have been trying, especially in this administration, to assert our power and say that our existence, our dollars matter, and put some respect on. The same guy that made an attempt to derail an entire movement when Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee during his NFL game in protest of Black lives, in protest of black folks being massacred. Then Jay-Z turns around right in the middle of this to do a partnership with the NFL and then says out of his mouth, We are beyond kneeling, as though Sean Carter had ever gotten on a knee. The same guy who posterized himself for the Barclays Arena in Brooklyn, which led to mass gentrification in his own community. And he only owned 1/5 of 1% of the Barclays Center and then sold it. The same guy who recently combed out his Basquiat wig piece, but was posed in front of this Basquiat painting with the Tiffany diamond. And Basquiat's former assistant coming out and saying, hey, Basquiat was actually an anti-capitalist. This is disrespectful to his work. The same guy that was sitting at this very table, busting it up with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. In all of this time that Target has been consistently a part of conversations with regards to the Black community and a boy, they still have yet to come out and specifically state that they stand 10 toes behind the Black community. And like, he legitimately don't even need to partner with Target. Like, is everybody okay?
All right. So what I see going on here, this feels a lot like the Drake Kendrick thing going on, right? Because people hop on this stuff, they talk about the same talking points, even if they're relevant to the conversation or not. So let's revisit Jay-Z, NFL, Colin Kaepernick for just a moment while we're here. And honestly, I'm not here to defend Jay-Z, right? I understand the optics of the situation, and I understand people feeling a certain type of way about it. I'm not here to tell anybody that they shouldn't feel some type of way. If you feel like there's a valuable protest or boycott going on with Target, if you yourself have participated in the boycott, not shopping at Target, I'm not here to undermine any of those efforts or anything. I feel like if that's a cause that spoke to you, live your truth, go do your thing, boycott, don't patronize Target, don't patronize any business that you feel is not working in your favor or your vested interest. I 100% understand that, and whether anyone else agrees with that, if that's your personal stance, stand on that, right? And I understand the optics of the situation if you feel like Jay-Z is countering that, right? So I'm not here to defend him, because I would say, hey, maybe he shouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to buy the shit, so it doesn't matter to me. But I understand how it comes across or how it may look, especially when people feel like this was a valuable collective movement. And him putting his album in there is a distraction to get people back in the store. I can understand that perspective. Do I believe that it's true? No. Especially when people have been buying his shit in mass online. You can just go to rocknation.com and get the shit if you really want it, and it'll get shipped to your fucking house. But again, I understand the criticism. What I don't understand is this idea that Jay-Z actually did something to disparage Colin Kaepernick. I've never understood this part of the conversation. I didn't understand it when it happened. Colin Kaepernick took the knee, right? But the NFL was already on their quest to move him out the way. The 49ers were already somewhat dissatisfied with his level of play the year after he started kneeling, right? So he already didn't have the best leverage because his performance or the team's performance was declining with him on the field. All right. Do I think he should have been able to continue his career in the NFL? Absolutely. You know what I mean? You weren't going to find 20 starting quarterbacks in the league that were better than Colin Kaepernick as that was happening. He should have had a job. Right? However, Jay-Z, if I'm not mistaken, did have a hand in coordinating the tryouts for Colin Kaepernick. You know, the same tryouts where he didn't show up and decided to go to a different field at a high school outdoor field and made the team representatives go from one location where they were waiting on him to then go have to watch him 15, 20 miles south of where they were originally scheduled. Now, he said he did that because people, the league didn't want him to have his trainers present or something, his filming crew present and all of that different type of stuff. Whatever his reasoning was, I think if he was serious about getting back in the league, he should have went where the tryout was scheduled. He should have played. He should have showed his performance, and there would have been an opportunity, right? He felt he was wronged. I don't have a problem with him feeling he was wronged. That's his personal perspective. He was the one in the position. He was the one trying to get back on the field. However, after he came out and said that he was wronged, after there was a lawsuit in which he was given $100 million or something like that against the NFL, after he was given a Nike contract for similar amounts of money, which I'm not mad at, get your bread. He then came out and said he still wanted to play in the NFL after they had already had 2, 3, 4 infractions against him. So what is this idea that Jay-Z fucked him out of his position when he went against the protocol and then still wanted to be there after being wronged? You know what I'm saying? Think there was offers on the table for him to go to other professional football leagues, not named the NFL. I didn't see him on any fields, right? I'm not against Colin Kaepernick. I'm not against anyone who loves Colin Kaepernick. And I'm not here to defend Jay-Z, although he is my favorite living rapper. I don't just blindly support niggas. I'm just saying they always throw this situation out there like Jay-Z was actively shitting on bro. It's not the case. When he said, I think we're past kneeling, he said, I'm looking for actionable steps on how we move forward. Everybody always looks at one quote or one piece of a quote without putting the other side of the quote on there. But then they want to say, don't be blind, y'all. Don't be blind. Right? That's all I'm saying. People have a right to feel how they want to feel. I'm not here to change anybody's perspective. I'm just giving you mine. So here they say, supporters, however, defended the hip-hop billionaire on Threads, noting that exclusive retail partnerships have been long standard part of the music business, while both he and his wife, Beyonce Knowles Carter, have donated and supported causes to empower the Black community. Others pointed to Carter's unapologetic stance as a capitalist and argued that the deal should be viewed as a strategic marketing move. Okay? All that being stated, I also see a counter to that argument where they're also showing other current artists who have also been doing Target exclusives without any form of backlash, right? So here they got a screenshot of Party Next Door and Drake, Some Sexy Songs for You, Target exclusive vinyl. I heard nobody come out and say that they were undermining the boycott. More recently, J. Cole Fall Off, Target exclusive vinyl, 4 LP, $70. That was released this year. I didn't see anybody shit on J. Cole or the Fall Off for doing a Target exclusive, I gotta say. They then show Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Kendrick Lamar, GNX, Target exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever shitted on him either in the midst of this Target boycott. But when it comes to Jay-Z, there seems to be a different tune. Again, I won't be buying Reasonable Doubt anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest. I done listened to that album 5,000, 10,000 times in my life. There's no reason for me to rebuy that shit ever in my life. I have access to it on multiple platforms. I'm not spending another dollar on Reasonable Doubt, right? If Jay-Z comes to Atlanta to perform Reasonable Doubt or The Blueprint or both or neither, that'd be a different conversation on what I'm spending my bread on. But I have no reason to go to Target to buy that fucking album off the shelf. Anybody else that's interested, take your ass to rocknation.com or don't if you feel off put by the decision to put the project in Target. The choice is yours. I don't see Jay-Z begging anybody to get it. I don't see Jay-Z making a video like Tabitha Brown saying, hey guys, I understand y'all mad at Target, but if y'all want to see my business continue to thrive, you know, I still got to put my stuff in there, y'all. Hey, I understand, but I got to do this thing. You know what I mean? I don't see any of that going on. So again, the choice is solely yours. If you're not going to be in Target anytime soon, you ain't going to see it. And if you didn't plan on going in there, don't take your ass in there. You know what I mean? Just simple as that. Okay? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. All right? Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built.